everybody, here's Aadarsh, and right now we are going to talk about the circulatory system. This circulatory system is important for your body because the circulatory system in your body carries the oxygen, the oxygenated blood, the nutrients from your body and give it to the whole organs to our body, and that is how you get the energy and that is how you get the oxygen. So this whole is working together. So that is the reason, that is the circulatory system. So today we are going to talk about the circulatory system. In the circulatory system, like there is heart, blood vessels like blood. So that are the parts of the circulatory system. So these all parts we are going to talk today in the circulatory system. So first let us talk about the organ system. Group of organs in our body is working together as a series in our body as a function is called organ system, because in the circulatory system, your heart, your blood vessels are working together. So this is also a circulatory system. It is circulating your blood to the whole body. So first we have talked here about the digestive system. So we have completed the digestive system. Now let us talk here about the circulatory system. See, this is the all circulatory system. That is how this is connected to your all parts, to your all body, like here to your lungs, to every part, and the oxygenated blood, the nutrients are just going to your body, and that is how you are feeling good, you are feeling energetic, you are feeling active. So that is your circulatory system. So we are going to talk here today about the blood vessels. We are also going to talk here about the heart. What are the parts of the heart? So let us start. If you are excited, just type excited if you are excited. So first, let us talk here about the blood. This is here the whole blood. So see, 55% in our blood there's plasma. Here 50% written, because in our body there's whole 55% of the plasma in our body. And like also there's types of cells like RBC or platelets or WBC cells. So these are different types of cells. These all cells in our body just having 45%. You can see here that white blood cells are over here, and the platelets are this here, and the red blood cells are, you can see here, these red blood cells help. These red blood cells, we are going to talk about. So that are the whole blood made with. In the blood there are two components. First is plasma, it is also a type of fluid, and then cells. So that are the two types of blood, two components in blood. So we are going to talk about this. Now let us talk here about the blood. Blood is a red liquid. When we get hurt or cut anything from in our body, so the blood just comes out. So that is here the whole blood, and it is red in color. Well, let me ask with you that why it is red in color. It is red in color because it is a protein called hemoglobin. The hemoglobin is a red color protein which also make your blood red color, and when it makes your blood into the red color, so if you get the hurt, so your red color liquid falls. So that is here the blood. Now let us talk here right now about the cells. I've talked here, like first we have talked here about the blood. In the blood there is also plasma. Then we will talk here about the whole cells. Now let us talk here about the plasma. Plasma is a yellow color, sticky, slightly a thing in our blood which is going to carry the nutrients in our body and give it to the whole body. That is the plasma. So plasma is a sticky yellow color, like in our blood mixed. It carries the nutrients from our whole body and give it to the organs which have the blood. So that is here the whole blood. Now we are going to right now talk here about the cells. Like here are different types of cells like red blood cells, platelets, and white blood cells, means also RBC or WBC. So it is only 45% in our body. It is 45% in our body. So that is here the whole blood. So let us talk here about that, how these cells working in our body and giving to our body the nutrients and the oxygenated blood. So let us talk here about the cells, different types of cells like RBC, platelets, or WBC. So first let us here talk about the RBC. This is red blood cells. You can see here, this is Sometimes rounded in shape, double dumbbell or dumbbell. This is different structure, and this is red in color. If you get any time hurt, so your red blood cells are like coming out, and then it lives for 120 days, and that is the red blood cells. Now if you get any cut, so your red blood cells also come out, and that red blood cells is made with the hemoglobin because it is red. So that is the reason it is made with the hemoglobin, and the hemoglobin is mixed with the red blood cells, and that is the reason it becomes red in color. So that is your the red blood cells. If you get any hurt, it just comes out, and that is your the red blood cell, also called RBC. Now this blood is like, if you get hurt, blood come out, and I've tell you that how for which day it lives. It lives for 120 days. Now let us talk here about the WBC. WBC, what is WBC? White blood cells. Now with mix with your like your red blood cells, this also like here is red blood cell, white blood cell. You can see here it is a big white blood cell. Now let us talk here about this white blood cells. This white blood cells is like rounded in shape, and this white blood cells are white in color, and this all white blood cells live for 1 to 3 days, and this is like your immune system. Then this is marrow your bone. So that is your the white blood cell, and if you get any like disease, so it just like fight from that. So that is the white blood cells. This whiting gland, this help you to like it lives for 1 to 5 days or 1 to 3 days. So that is your the white blood cells, and this is going to like narrow your skeleton, means your bone, and that is how the white blood cells. It is white in color, it is rounded in shape, and it is like in your immune system, and it fights with the infections or the diseases. So that is here the white blood cells. It is for like 1 to 3 days your white blood cells. Now that are the white blood cell narrow your like a bone or skeleton. These are the platelets, which image you are seeing now. This is the all platelets. Now you are seeing here with the missing with the like the red blood cell. Here is white blood cell. In this, here is the platelets. So this platelets helps you to like if you have get any hurt at any place. So if you are getting injured, so your platelets stop that your blood coming out. It is blood clot, and this platelet is staying in our body for 1 to 3 to 5 days, and that is here the platelets. So the platelets, you all know the function of the platelets. I tell you the function of the platelets. The function of the platelets is to like any hurt, so it stop the bleeding. Bleeding means clot that blood bleeding. Now let's talk here about the blood vessels. We have talked here about the bloods, but now let us talk here about the blood vessels. Now whatever are in our body, like you are seeing like in our whole body, that's the blood vessels. There are 3 types of blood vessels. There's artery, vein, and the capillaries. Now let us talk about this. Now if I am going to talk about this artery, vein, capillaries, here's the artery. Now the artery always carry the pure blood from your heart to our whole body, and this is the artery over here. It comes from the heart. The pure blood from the heart goes into that, and it gives to the whole body. And the capillaries, it is also a thing connecting with that, and this like changed with the nutrients or with the oxygen. And then you also, here is one thing that is called, here is vein. It is to heart, means the vein carry the blood to the heart. In pure blood, deoxygenated blood carry to the heart, and the heart makes it pure. We will also discuss about the function of the heart. So that is the blood vessel. Now let us talk here in more detail. See, blood vessels. This is here the artery, this is here the vein, and this is here the capillary. Now let us talk here about the artery. Now in between, how much place is left for the blood flow, that whole is called the lumen. And also in the vein, space is left to for the blood flow, that is called also called lumen. Now then after that there's here like here in the one more thing that is called here tunica or intima. Okay, tunica, here's this what you are seeing here, this is called the tunica, and then just next to it you are seeing here like this hole is called tunica or media. So that is here the media. So this media, like you are seeing also here in the veins, this is here the media, and then you are seeing here like that are the whole artery, and this is the vein. The vein is thin but the artery is thick because there are different parts in the artery. So that is here the artery, that is the difference between the artery and the vein. So that is here the blood vessels. Two type of blood vessels, there are also artery, vein, and also there are capillaries. Let us talk here about the capillaries. See, you are seeing here the capillaries. Capillaries are connected, and this is like the changed of the like the nutrients or of the oxygen. Okay, oxygen. Now let us talk here about the single layer of endothelial cell. So now it is a single layer. In our capillary, it is a single layer of endothelial cell, and then you get here a thing that is here the nucleus of endothelial cell. So that is here the capillaries. So that is here the all things. So the artery, vein, and the capillaries. Now guys, the capillaries is the exchange of that this cell exchange of the nutrients and of the oxygen. So that is here the blood vessel. Three type of blood vessels. What are that? Artery, vein, and capillaries. Now let us talk here about the heart. Okay, this is over here the heart. Now you can see this heart. Now what happens at the beginning of the process? There is inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Now what happens from this like that artery, it comes in the right atrium. It comes in the right atrium. Then from the like the tricuspid valve, it comes in the right ventricle. Right ventricle. First right atrium, right ventricle. There is a valve called the tricuspid valve, which just opens, the blood flows into that. Means the blood comes to this from the all organs, because it is settled in the all organs. The all organs come from that. The deoxygenated blood, it comes in the right atrium. Then from the tricuspid valve, it goes in the right ventricle. The all impure blood come in the right atrium. Then from the tricuspid valve, it goes on the right ventricle. And then after that, from the pulmonary valve, it goes to the lungs. It is like that, and it is connecting here to the both lungs, to the also both lungs, your right lungs and your left lungs and your right lungs. So that is here the like right ventricle, and it goes from the like the pulmonary valve to the both lungs. Now it again comes from the lungs to the from the pulmonary valve. It is going through the pulmonary artery, but it coming from the pulmonary vein. Only one vein in your body, pulmonary valve, that only carry the pure blood. Now what happens? The pure blood coming from the pulmonary vein and goes in the left atrium. When it goes in the left atrium, then it goes from the to the like the here a valve is there, a valve is over there. The valve just opens and it goes over here. So here it is written that. So that is here the bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve, it just opened from the bicuspid valve, it goes in the left ventricle. Then after that, from the left ventricle, it comes here and it comes to the all, goes through the aorta to the all body, connecting to the all body. So that is over here. From the artery, it is like that, it again and again happen, and it is pumping the blood. So in a minute, it pump your blood for like till 72 times. Okay, so that is here the whole heart. So this is the heart process. So that is how the heart works in your body, and it is pumping the blood. Okay, pumping the blood to the all organs of your body. This is the blood flow. Now let us talk here about this blood flow. Now what happens first superior vena cava. I've shown you at superior vena cava, then inferior vena cava. So what happens? It goes here to the right atrium. Like I've shown you right atrium from the tricuspid valve, then it goes to the right ventricle from the pulmonary valve. Then after that it goes to the pulmonary artery. Then after that it goes to the lungs. Then it again comes by the pulmonary vein to the left atrium. Then it again goes to the left ventricle. Then it goes to the aorta, and then it goes to the rest of the body. Like from I show you here is the like it comes like that, and it goes here to the all body to our all body, and we are getting the like the oxygenated blood, means pure blood. So that is here the whole blood flow. And now let me handle your Q&A. If you have having any of your question, you can just give over here. So the first question that is come, that please understand me the heart one more time. So what happens? Let me understand you in the more simple way. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. It comes from the right atrium. Then after that, from the tricuspid valve, it comes in the right ventricle. Then it goes from the pulmonary artery to the lungs, and it carry the pure blood from the pulmonary valve. Like you can see here, there's the pulmonary valve. It goes to the left atrium. Then it goes from a valve, and it goes to the left atrium, and it goes from the aorta to the whole body. So that is here the all your heart work. So that is here the heart work. Now one more question, that is, what are blood vessels? Blood vessels are the vessels. It is also like it have the hollow. It is hollow, and the blood flowing to the whole body. But the artery is having the valve. Artery not having the valve. The vein is having the valve. The artery is not having the valve. Artery always carry the pure blood, and the vein always carry the impure blood. Only one vein that carries the pure blood, that is in your heart. That's called pulmonary valve. Okay, pulmonary vein. So that is here the blood vessels. Now, what are blood vessels? Now there are three types of blood vessels. The first blood vessels, that are all the artery are thick, and in the artery only like pure blood. Then after that there's vein is thin, and when your vein impure blood goes, and then your capillaries, it is exchange of the nutrients or the oxygenated blood or deoxygenated blood. So this is here the types of the blood vessels. Now what are bloods? Okay, let me tell you that what are bloods. Blood is a red color liquid. If we get any hurt, so the red color liquid come out. It is red in color because it is made with a protein called the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a protein that is in your blood, and that make your blood red. So that is here the whole. Okay, this much question only. So that are here. So that is all your circulatory system. So let us discuss. Let me tell you what are the parts once again. So the parts of that is blood. So the blood are like 55% of the plasma, then 45% of the cells like RBC, platelets, WBC. Then after that there's blood vessels like artery, vein, capillaries, and vein. Then there's heart. I've tell you the all function of the heart. So that is here the whole circulatory system. So it circulates your blood in your body. So that is here the circulatory system. Let's meet once again in the next video. So that is it. So that is the circulatory system. Let's meet in the next video. Bye everybody. Bye bye.